Hey guys, welcome back to the UCATT channel, and today I will be going through every single AFL finals match I have attended. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. Now, in my lifetime, I have attended 7 finals matches, and I'll be going through them in chronological order. So, starting off in 2013, it was a 2013 Prelim Final between Fremantle and the Sydney Swans. Now, I think this was Freo's second ever Prelim Final. It was a very, very significant match. I was quite young at the time, but I remember it very, very well, surprisingly. This game was held at Subiaco Oval, then known as Patterson Stadium, which is now a ground that has been knocked down. But yeah, this game, it was definitely one to remember, which obviously resulted in the Dockers' first ever grand final. Every break, the Dockers leg. The second quarter was the, it was kind of the one that opened up the Dockers to win the game. The second quarter, that was the quarter to open up the game for the Dockers. They won that quarter 32-1. Then the third quarter, Dockers kicked 4 goals, Sydney kicked 3 goals, and then the last quarter, the Swans actually dominated the Dockers in the final quarter, but it was too little too late for Sydney, and the Dockers progressed to the 2013 AFL Grand Final, which brings us on to the next finals match I attended. It was the 2013 AFL Grand Final between Hawthorn and Fremantle. This is the only Grand Final I've ever attended. Hopefully I'll get a second this weekend on Saturday. I couldn't get tickets. I'm trying everything I can to get tickets. I don't think I will, but there's still like a 5% chance I'll go. Not very likely. But yeah, this was Hawthorn Fremantle 2013 Grand Final. Now, me being a young football fan, I just had the mindset that the Dockers were going to go in there and have an easy win. I did not know about the Fremantle Football Club very well at the time, and you shouldn't trust the team in the biggest game in the club's history. I remember the grand final weekend very, very well. The grand final parade and everything that everything that happened. I remember it very, very well. I remember where we sat. It was bottom tier. It was at the half forward line where the Fremantle logo was painted on the ground. And yeah, I actually kind of had a sense, even though I was quite young, that we were going to lose early in the first quarter. I think Fife missed an absolute sitter of a set shot, and you just knew where it was going from there. In the third quarter, I don't think we took the lead, but we brought it within about 2 points with the Michael Walters goal, which really got us up and about. And then the final term, Hawthorn kicks 3 goals. We also kicked 2 goals, but it really just wasn't enough. Our push was left too late, and Hawthorn won that game by 15 points. Now, moving on to the next tier of finals that I went to, it was the 2014 semi-final at Subiaco Oval. It was between Fremantle and Port Adelaide. So the week before, Fremantle had qualified for a qualifying final. They finished 4th, and they had to take on top of the table at ANZ Stadium in the Sydney Swans, and the Swans got that done pretty comfortably by 4 goals. That meant we qualified for a home semi-final the next week against Port Adelaide, who had just had a 9-goal elimination final win against Richmond. Now, again, me being the young self that I was, I just thought Fremantle would go in and win. But it's never that simple with the Freo Dockers, and we got hammered by 22 points. I know 22 points isn't that big a hammering, but all game, I've watched the replay of the game, not even that long ago, and Port was just the much better team on the day. The Power then went on to only lose the prelim final by 3 points to Hawthorn at the MCG. So Port almost made a grand final that year, but just fell short to Hawks the following week, which then went on. Hawthorn demolished Sydney by 10 goals in the grand final. Now, moving on to 2015, to the next final I attended. It was the qualifying final was between Fremantle and Sydney. Back-to-back years, these two teams had faced off in a qualifying final. The second final I attended between those two teams, it was at Subiaco Oval. I'm having a look at the umpires. Dean Margetts, Razor Ray, and Fremantle win by 9 points. What's happening there? Yeah, but we got the job done over the Swans. This was the year we won our only ever minor premiership, took on 4th place Sydney, and I think it looks like a pretty low scoring game. I don't remember it very well, but I can't remember. It was low scoring, it was a little bit scrappy, it was very, very tough. But yeah, they got the job done by 9 points in the end, 69-60. At halftime, the Swans had 2 goals 11, which probably put them in a bit of a bad boat, you know, inaccuracy-wise. They finished the game with 7 goals 18. So if Sydney were accurate, they would have sent us in to a semi-final. But no, in the end, the Dockers got the job done by 9 points. Now, final I forgot to talk about here was the 2015 Prelim Final with Fremantle taking on Hawthorn at Subiaco Oval, where Fremantle lost to the Hawks, and the Hawks then progressed on to win their three-peat against the Eagles. Now, moving on, the Dockers then went on a massive drought of finals, and I could not get to another final since 2015 until this year. We're moving on to the 2021 semi-finals, where Geelong took on GWS. Now, this game realistically should have been playing at either GMHBA or the MCG. Due to COVID reasons, it was played at Optus Stadium, and I was in attendance on a Friday night only a few weeks ago. You should have seen that match day vlog. But the Cats absolutely demolished the Giants by 35 points. It wasn't really a contest from start to finish. The Cats took a hold of them, and they went ham. I think Tomahawk kicked about 5 goals, or was that Jeremy Cameron? I don't know. Yeah, one of them kicked 5 goals. They look the same. They don't really look the same. But yeah, the Cats took a hold of the Giants. Giants were poor all day. The Cats were very good all day. Had a very, very strong performance. And it got the job done by 35 points. And now, the last final I have attended, it was only last week. Or 2 weeks ago when this video comes out. It was the Melbourne versus Geelong preliminary final on a Friday night at Optus Stadium. I love going to neutral Vic games because, you know, it's a big game. The atmosphere is better than a Freo game. It's just, it was elite. I've got the D's beanie here still from the game. My heartbeat's true for the grand final, of course. But yeah, this game, let's just put it this way, the D's won by 83 points, and that was just no result anyone was expecting. I was even maybe going to tip the Cats. I ended up tipping the D's, which I'm happy with. But yeah, it was a 50-50 game. Like, you didn't know who was going to win. There was 60,000 in the house at Optus. It was an incredible atmosphere. Everyone was wearing Melbourne colours. It felt like a D's home game. And the D's made it their own grounds. They absolutely killed the Cats from start to finish, and they deserved that grand final place against the Western Bulldogs, which will be this weekend. So, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Have a good day, and see you later.